All right, this is an Alex demonstration. We're going to try to walk you through a yearbook report, just to let you know who's on the video and whose voices you're going to hear. Bonnie Schuler is the regional registrar for the Christian Church in the Southwest. Katie Hayes, lead evangelist for the Galileo Christian Church in Mansfield, Texas. And so those are the two voices you're going to hear. You're going to actually see Galileo's yearbook entry, and we're going to walk through it step at a time. So I'm going to let Katie and Bonnie begin.
Okay, thank you very much. The first thing I want to say is that Katie and I have confirmed that her email address is linked to Alex. So she should have an email from Alex at disciples.org that gives her instructions on how to create her own password and then be able to get into Alex. So Katie, would you be ready to log into Alex?
Yes, I think so. So I'm going to share my screen, right?
Very good.
Okay. And logging into Alex, it's the address I want is alex.disciples.org.
That's correct.
Awesome. Look, it kind of auto-filled it because I've been there before. Okay. All right. So my username, Bonnie, that's just my email address, right?
That's your email address that you gave us to connect with Alex.
Okay. And then, okay, so I don't know my password.
Okay.
So I'm going to switch over. Go ahead.
You could either click on forgot password and have it send you another email reminder, and then that way you can create another password, a new password.
Yeah.
Or if you do remember what it is or can look at your notes, you could go ahead and find that.
Look, can you see that? Can you see it's asking me, it's letting me do a new password?
Yes.
Okay, great. I got that from an email where it sent me a thing.
Oh, good.
Okay. I don't know if it has to have special characters and stuff. Let's see. Oh, needs a number. Okay, hold on. I don't want that. I don't know if that did it. Let's see. Hey, it worked.
Very good. So this is your home screen. And if you have anybody entering attendance or giving, you're going to see that on this screen. What we're interested in is doing the yearbook for right now.
Okay.
And that's the banner, the symbol that's like 3 below the hamburger, the 3 parallel lines. If you want to see the wording for each of those icons, yes, you can go up to the hamburger and click on it, and it will show you with names what those are.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
That's really cool. Okay.
Click on my yearbook. And the way the screen is now, you can look at information, but you can't do anything until you go to that top right-hand corner where it says update entry.
Got it.
Right there.
Yeah.
So click on that, and that will open the fields that you will be able to put information into.
Got it.
There are going to be some that are grayed out. On this page, you can even see right there, the church pin is grayed out and the church EIN. We don't want anyone to change their own PIN or EIN because those are very sensitive.
Got it.
They identify your church. Now, the one thing I will say as we look at this page, and that I have learned when people have tried to submit, you do need to have a website entry. If your church doesn't have a website, just put no website or NA or something that fills the field.
Right in here, you're saying, yeah.
You've got a website, you're set.
Okay.
So then just scroll down, make sure all of your information is correct. If you have a different location than you do mailing, it gives you the opportunity to have both of them set. In
Right.
between, you'll see there's that congregation and mailing address same.
Mhm.
If you click that, it
Mhm.
then only shows the first set of entries, but the other is there if you do have two different addresses.
Got
So
it.
you're set.
Good.
If there's nothing else to change, bottom right, save progress.
Okay.
And click on OK and go to
Mhm.
the next tab.
Next tab means up here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is where you can list your staff.
Mhm.
I think typically it would be ministers, but it has also been helpful to have the admin so that if somebody from your church needs to contact for details rather than ministerial information,
Mhm.
and I think this may only be available to your congregation and maybe the region to see. It's not published, it's not put out for everyone to see, from what I understand.
Interesting. Okay. I love it that
Okay.
it lets us put in our own titles. That's cool. It's not asking us to choose from a list of things. Cool. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And save progress there.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is participant stats.
Okay.
And much of this is similar to what's been done in the past. I don't know if you've used the worksheet to start filling out your information.
I did. I got my
Yeah.
worksheet. Okay.
Oh, good. There are a few questions in different order on the
Mhm.
worksheet than here in Alex.
Okay.
So as we answer questions, we need to be careful to match up what's on the worksheet with the correct question on Alex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I just, like everybody, probably some of this, I'm guessing a little bit. Like participants, that's hard this year, right? I don't know.
Right, an active connection through attendance or contribution at least once during the year. And just give yourself some grace. It's going to be an estimate. I don't know of any software that is tracking that.
No, it's really hard.
We
Okay.
have had the guidance that if you've been primarily worshiping through a broadcast of some kind online,
Mhm.
to estimate 1.7 per view. Some people will say that that's too much because you're getting sort of pass-by views in the count. But if you have a sense of about how many people are watching the worship experience, then multiply that about by 1.7, and that's not a made up number. Well, it's a made up number, but we didn't make it up. It's coming
Right.
from the general church.
Yeah. So I heard that too. So mine is going to be 77 for worship attendance. We've been online only since, a year ago. And educational attendance, for us, we count, that's our small groups that meet. So it's not Sunday schools, but it's groups of people. And I'm guesstimating that at around 80, which is pretty typical for Galileo. We have more people in small groups than we do in worship.
Okay, and if I might say,
Yeah.
that also could be Bible studies. Some people have been doing Bible studies online, so that could count in.
Mhm.
Just figuring an average weekly attendance.
Okay. Cool. Our membership, we had 120 co-conspirators this year.
Very good.
Pretty good for getting that all online.
That's right.
We did not baptize anybody. And transfers, we just put 0. I'm not sure how to count that for us, but
Right.
yeah. And disciples women and disciples men, we don't have that either.
Okay.
Okay.
That page is done. Save progress. Click OK, and then you're on to the next page.
Okay. Okay. Stewardship. Okay.
So let's begin with the undesignated contributions.
Mhm.
Undesignated contributions would be, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but it's what's the offering. It's the offering and tithes that your congregation gives toward budget. And it's
Right.
not about a special day offering, like anything given toward building and special projects and the special offerings. So that's your undesignated contributions.
And like we have a separate fund it's our Helping Hands fund. It's local, but it's designated for a very specific purpose. So I'm not putting that in undesignated either.
Right.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay. There's the magic number.
Okay. Now notice that there was a number in building. I
Yeah.
want to point out, I don't know where it comes from, but put a number in there. Put
Okay.
0 if
Yeah.
there is nothing, but somehow it puts a number in.
Got it. Mhm.
So what was your special, your Helping Hands giving this year? That would be designated.
Yeah. And we did a matching grant for the gathering. And those
And
The
sat
gathering
right.
is another congregation, point that out.
Yes, right.
And this is also where you would count your special day offerings like Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
Week of Compassion, Reconciliation, because this is the gifts in. Later on, we'll have numbers for the gifts that were given.
Right. Okay. Hang on just a second, because that one's not on my
Yeah.
worksheet. So I'm just gonna
Yeah. This is where having the year-end financials handy might help.
yes. Okay. I got it. Yeah, because I do have that.
Okay. And now total giving adds in what you have entered so far. So
I see.
that you can't change.
Got it. Okay, hold on. Oh, go ahead,
Same
Bonnie.
thing
I'm
is-
sorry.
The same thing is true of per capita giving. Per capita giving, it's going to take the total number of participants divided by your total income, and that's how you're going to get total per capita giving.
Got it.
And then other giving or other income would be things that are not necessarily a gift, but they are for a service that your congregation has provided, like giving meeting space for a local group.
Mhm.
Maybe the wedding, if you have a wedding there and somebody paid you a fee for the rental.
Mhm.
So that's the other income.
Yeah. So we received some generous grants this year, and continued some subleasing agreements and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Total receipts is a calculation. Then we get to the total outreach and mission expenditures. So this jumps down on a budget to your expense category. And what did you give for everything that your church wrote a check for that helped the community, that helped the region, that helped global missions, disciples related or ecumenical or whatever?
Got it. Okay.
Okay, and then the figures below that, as it tells you, comes from Treasury Services. If you have questions about them, if they don't match what you have, then you can look in or you can ask them for information. Sometimes an individual can just go on their website at Disciples Mission Fund, make a donation, and they have a box to check. Do you want this credited to your congregation?
Right.
And so that's why sometimes you may not show that expense in your budget, but there may be some offerings made on your congregation's behalf.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay,
And
good.
I think all the rest are filled in. So go to Save Progress and okay.
Okay.
That's the toughest two right there, the participant stats and the stewardship giving.
Okay.
Toughest 2 out of 3. Okay, property next should be pretty easy.
We rent. Okay.
All right. Then a couple of questions at the bottom.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Stewardship of time. It's a bit of a challenge because we've probably not had mission trips. We've probably not been able to do a lot physically. So for many churches, it's what did you do last January through March 15th?
Yeah.
Although you may have, sometimes your church may have helped out with handing out food to individuals or delivering clothing or helping out with some local situation.
Right. Ours is, we have people going to and monitoring school board meetings.
That's
So,
a good one.
Okay. For reasons. Okay.
And this
No-
would be the number of people, how many
Right.
people are doing that,
Yeah.
even though the category is called stewardship of time. It's
Got
the
it.
people who give their time.
Got it. Region, not this year. We would love to build a habitat house next year. US and Canada, no. Total number, okay, same. 20.
Right.
And I don't know how to say that one.
This is a tough one
Mm-hmm.
because your people were doing this.
Mm-hmm.
How many people were impacted beyond your participants?
I have no idea. How about that?
All right.
Okay.
That is a tough one for people to figure out.
Yeah.
Demographics is a required field.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to list by percent
Right.
our identity and our age groups.
Oh,
Now,
right.
the
Okay.
challenge is for people who don't like dealing with percents, find somebody in your congregation who can
Yeah.
help with the calculations.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you'll notice that when you typed the 7 in the last category, it was still showing 93. You have to get out of the last category before it will add in.
Got it.
So I've had a few churches struggle with that when their total wasn't matching.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
Okay, the next category, we need to talk about the age groupings.
Right.
And again, this is percent.
Right.
So even if you have over 100 members,
Mm-hmm.
it's only going to be a total of 100%.
Right. I'm ridiculously pleased when it was 100.
There you go. And then a couple of other questions.
Okay.
A drop down for your primary language.
Mhm.
And then what kind of ministry context is your congregation?
But a lot of our folks are not suburban. So I'm going to say mixed.
I would say mixed for
Yeah.
where you're located and the people you're serving.
Yeah. All right. Other.
Yes.
Okay.
These are 3 questions about things that your congregation is taking part in.
Mhm.
And then whether you would like information about that if you haven't considered that yet.
Got it. I'm going to say yes to that. Actually, we've never voted on anything, but we are ONA, so we're going to call it consensus.
You clearly claim it, yes.
We claim it. We're not in the Green Chalice movement. And we have participated. Shonda came out and did a really good training for us on intersectionality. It was really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost done.
Okay. Feedback. So we started, Inside Out, our online worship engagement, and invited worship parties to form in locations away from here. Okay. So for our concerns, we mostly work on LGBTQ rights, rights and dignity. Had a lot of just engagement around racial inequity, and we are thinking a lot about neurodiversity in our community. Okay.
Very good. And
Okay,
then we get
so
to submit.
I get to submit? Yeah.
You get to submit. It looks
All
like
right.
everything is done.
Okay.
And this, put your name because you're the one who actually put the information in.
Okay.
You at least provided it.
Sure. Okay.
And if you click submit and there's something that was missed, it's going to put a little number by one of those tabs.
Okay.
Otherwise, you click submit, it should give you a message that you could export your information to a PDF.
There should be
Let's
like
see
a
what
drum
you did.
roll or something. Is there something? There needs to be something.
That's
All right.
right. If you click OK, then you can see that you can export a PDF.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That way you can keep it on file for next year, keep it on most recent year,
Got
and
it.
say download.
Got it.
It will, and yes, proceed. It should save to your default folder.
It did. I
So
saw it.
most people, it goes to the download folder.
Yeah.
So
Good.
now, if you see, as you look at your PDF, that
Mhm.
somehow things don't look right,
Mhm.
or you've remembered, oh yes, we also started this new program, and you want to edit that.
Yeah.
Once you have submitted this, it goes to the region for review. If
Okay.
you want to edit it, you need to reach out to your regional staff and ask them to return the editing rights back to you.
Got it.
So definitely you'll need to stay in touch with your regional staff if there's something that needs to be corrected.
Got it. That's it.
It is it. Katie Hayes,
That's
thank you so
it.
much. Bonnie, as always, you are a miracle worker. I am so
Yes.
grateful for
Yay,
you.
Bonnie.
And yeah, so we're going to stop recording now.